like, oh my god, you're such a fine girl, but this pimple wanted to spoil your face. Have you tried using early morning urine on your face? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to a very interesting and informative video. In today's video, I'll be telling you how I was able to get rid of 15 years of pimples. Yes, you heard me right. I have been dealing with pimples for the most of my adult life, and finally I have been able to get something that works for my skin, and that's what I'll be sharing with you in today's video. Disclaimer, nothing I'm saying here is a medical advice or anything. They are all based off my personal experiences. So you can do well to meet your physician or your dermatologist or any medical practitioner before practicing anything I'll be saying in this video. And with that, I'll say let's get started. Take a look.
So guys, this was what my face was looking like. As you can see, it was so bad. I was breaking out every single place, my cheek areas, around my neck, my forehead, every single area, you just name it. My face was just covered with pimples. Some days I'm dealing with dark spots, other days I'm dealing with sunburns, some other days I'm dealing with pus filled pimples, some other days they are blackheads. Like, I was just having the varieties of pimples you can think of.
Okay guys, let's get started. So I'm going to be dividing this video into two segments. The first is how it all started. The next is the 5 things I did that actually worked for me. So in case you're not interested in my story is actually very interesting, so you need to be interested. In case you're not interested in my story, you can just skip to the next chapter of this video to just see what works. But let's get started with how it all started. So first thing first, I'm not the person that my acne actually came as a result of what I used. No, my acne was not a skin reaction acne. I became a teenager and puberty came with acne for me. Initially, it was not really a problem because I wasn't seeing anything wrong with it. At a point, it started disturbing me because every other person was telling me, don't worry, it's puberty, it's puberty. But then I had other girls in my class, in my school, that had bigger backside and front side, and they were really going through the puberty stage. I mean, I was just there. It's not like I even had so much curves or all that would say, okay, I'm growing into a woman, that's why acne is coming. They were more curvy than I. They seemed to be in the puberty stage than I was, but I was having the acne and they were having glass skins. But at a point, people were telling me, don't worry, Mary, after this stage it's going to stop. So I didn't bother so much about it. But when I got to 17, 18, the pimples was still coming back to back. That's when I started using triple action creams. If you're in Nigeria, you know those creams. I used Formbact, I used Kinea, I used Nixodem, I used Emos White. And what these creams they do for me is, initially they seem as if they want to work, but after a while they stop working and the acne will come back even worse than it was before. So I had to stop. When I got to my 20s, I entered the university. It became worse. Like, the pressure was worse. The problem with it is you don't want to wear makeup all the time, but you just have to wear makeup when you want to go to certain places because you're not so confident in your skin. And sometimes it tends to look like you don't take care of yourself. And on the truth, you know you're taking care of yourself, you're trying all you could, but it was not just working. Nothing was working. And in Nigeria, oh my god, people will be giving you unsolicited opinion. You can just be in the bus and somebody will be like, oh my god, you're such a fine girl, but this pimple wanted to spoil your face. Have you tried using early morning urine on your face? Do you have a boyfriend? Have you tried using his whatever for your face? Have you done this? Have you done that? So sometimes it can get really uncomfortable and it reminds you so much of what you're trying to forget. So that was just what was going on. I started buying some other products. I started buying cleanser, toners, face wash, all those things. They were not working for me. I said, okay, it was because I was buying cheap products. Let me go and buy the high-end expensive product. I started buying Mary Kay, Neutrogena, those high-end products. I was even looking at buying The Ordinary because there was a time a wave of The Ordinary was raining the whole of this YouTube street. Everybody was like, I swear on my life, this is what works for me. This is what worked for me. So along the line of trying to get a solution to the pimples, I came across what they call PCOS. Polycystic ovarian syndrome. I'm not a medical practitioner, I'm not going to go into it, but you can do your research on that. And this thing just stuck with me because I I didn't get a doctor to tell me this was your problem or this, but each and every symptom of this PCOS, I was taking it. So I'm like, this could be the problem of this acne. That means every other thing I've been using has been skin deep, but now I need to clean from the inside. And I told myself, okay, I've not gone to a doctor to confirm of the truth this is what the problem is, but there is no harm in avoiding some things that they say you should avoid when you have this. And that's where the whole miracle started from. The first thing I did was to detoxify my system. So I realized that with this PCOS stuff, you may have some toxins in your body that your body doesn't know how to process things. So you need to cleanse. You need to make sure regularly you're cleansing your system. So the first thing I did was to detoxify myself. There are several things you can use to detoxify yourself. Now there are several detoxifying teas and that. Just make sure that whatever you're using is a very reliable product. But for me, I didn't buy any detoxifying tea. I made a natural detoxifying tea at home. The next video I'll be uploading will be how I make my detoxifying tea, so you can do well to check that out. The second thing I did was to cut down on sugar. I know you may have heard this several times and you're feeling like, this thing is not exaggerated. Some of us, we're not just fortunate as others. You have some friends, they can take the ice cream, they can take the sweets, they can take the chocolates, they can take all that, and they're not going to add. The thing is not going to have any effect on their body. But some of us, our body doesn't just like this, and it's so sad when sometimes you have sweet tooth. You like sugary things. Like for me, I like those sweet things, but my body was not just having it. My body did not like it. For instance, dairy, milk. I love milk. If I want to take my series, I need just a little series with enough milk. I love milk. But when I started learning about this thing, I started observing myself. I realized that whenever I take milk, maybe a night before sleeping, the next day I'm going to have a flare up of acne. If I already have acne on my face, it's going to make it even more pronounced and all that. So I started cutting down on sugar. I was being very intentional about it. And how I do this, I'll tell myself, I know we have sugar in our yam, we have sugar in our rice, but whatever is grown is better than whatever is processed. I don't know if that's understandable. In terms of sugar, you can still take those things that you know they are planted, and we're very fortunate in Nigeria. We have so many organic food that we eat here that we know they are grown in our soil. So just try as much as possible to eat more plant-based food and avoid as much sugar as you are, because in terms of this thing, sugar is one of its biggest enemy. The third thing you can do for yourself is to add more vegetables and fruits to your diet. I don't like vegetables. I don't like those stuff, but they are just they don't do it for me. But when I got to realize that me not taking enough of these could be one of the reasons I have what I'm going through, I just had to top up on those things, because vegetables and fruits, they contain so many minerals that helps regularize things in your body generally. So if you know you're not the fruit person, even if you know you cannot take fruits, maybe by eating one after the other, you can do smoothie. Just find way to incorporate enough vegetables and fruits to your diet. The number 4 thing you need to do is adding supplements to your body. The food and things we take may not top up as much supplements as our body needs. So you need to help your body with adding supplements to it. And there are so many good brands out there that you can trust their supplements to be authentic. Go out there and add it. Let me just show you some of the supplements that I've been using over time. The first thing I use folic acid, and I realized this has been helping me a lot. The next thing I take is B complex. I make sure to add B complex, and I take just one of it every day with the folic. The other supplement I take is vitamin D. This is D3, and this is actually the second of these I'm using. This one has 60 soft gel. I've taken the first one and I finished it. I'm on my second one. I'm almost done with it safe. This is what it looks like. Vitamin D is most of us, especially if you're a dark skinned person, you may not get as much vitamin D as your body needs if you don't go out in the sun so much. So adding these supplements to your body can actually help. The last but not the least supplement that I take is vitamin E. Vitamin E. This one, since I started using it, I saw a whole lot of change in my body system, in fact everything. This is what it looks like. Yeah. So before taking any of these things, you can make your own research. Don't go and buy anything because you're hearing me talk of it, but these are the things I'm taking right now. So that's the 4 things I know I've been doing. And last but not the least, water. I know we hear this a lot and you're like, You people can talk on water. Water is very good. When your body has so much toxins, the water will help in flushing them out. So water itself can detoxify you, can cleanse your system if you have enough water in your system. So try as much as possible to drink a whole lot of clean water. And that's just the 5 things I've been doing in this video. If you have some other things that you've been doing that has been helping your skin or helping you fight acne, you can share it in the comment section. You may be helping someone. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to like it, leave your comments in the comment section, share with your family and friends, to whoever you know it can be helpful to. And with that, I'll say thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.